Okay, so we want to make sure that we okay, two banks, Discover and Capital One. That's what I'm telling you. These are the two I recommend out of all the cards, everything. Your credit union and stuff is good too with secured cards, but this is the one capability that every secured credit card should have before you decide if you're gonna go get it or not. And that's the ability to become unsecured in a process of 6 months. Because you don't want to get ready, you don't want to be setting your play up. Some people might say, hey, I don't want to deal with the credit cards, but I'll get some loans. So if that's your case, you don't want credit cards, then get any secured credit cards you want. But if you plan on going out here getting this revolving line of credit, these credit cards, you want to make sure that, hey, I'm about to go in here, I'm gonna get the Discovery It card, I'm gonna get this Capital One Platinum card secured if they don't give me unsecured initially. The reason being is because I'm gonna use this card in a 6-month time period and then it's gonna become unsecured. So you just basically finessed your way into 2 credit cards. The reason this is important that they become unsecured is because when you get ready to go for credit card funding, once they're, remember, it's all computer generated. Once your application gets put in and processed through that computer, it's going to read what type of cards you had. It's going to know if that card is secured or unsecured, even though the loans doesn't matter like that when it's a secure loan. When it comes to credit cards, it do. You do not want to have a secured credit card on your account when you're getting ready to go out and apply for $50,000 or $60,000 in credit cards. So what I always suggest to my clients that already have secured credit cards on their credit profile is, hey, call your bank and tell them to shut that card down. You don't want that card even open. You don't even want the bank to know that you even using a secured credit card. Hey, I don't need a secured credit card. Why? This guy has a $200 secured credit card. Why am I going to go out and give him a $10,000 unsecured card? So if you get one of these cards that doesn't convert over, then you'll just have to remove that card. Just as simple as that. Now, some additional alternative lines of credit. These are some of the other companies that you can use. These are some of the other companies that you can use to add lines of credit to your credit profile. The number one on the top of this list, I'm gonna say, is Rent Reporters. They do the less verification possible. All these companies are credit building accounts. It used to be a one called My Jewelers Club. Y'all probably heard of it. It's shut down now. But all of these companies are credit building accounts. And I'm trying to get this other card. For some reason, I can't get it off the top of my head. But what you do is they literally give you a credit card. They don't do a hard pull, and they go off of the amount of money that's in your bank account. And I'm gonna figure that out and send it to y'all because I thought it was in my other slide, but like I told you, I had to redo all my slides and stuff like that. But this card literally will allow you to, this other card I'm talking about, literally allow you to send this bank over your bank account information. They're gonna look at your bank account information. They're gonna say, oh, okay, this guy consistently has $7,000 to $8,000 going into his bank account every month. Yeah, we're gonna give you a $5,000 credit card, unsecured, just off of your bank statements. So I need to get the name of that card. I don't know how I forgot. And I know my mentees in my last classes, they was definitely going out jumping on that card. I had ended up getting there researching that card and running across some research and did more research on it and then gave the information out. People have been getting it. Even one of my mentees took me out to eat with that card before. He's like, yeah, man, here you go. Appreciate you. This is like silver and everything. It's a nice card. But Rent Reporters. Rent Reporters is one of the only companies out of this list that we see that's going to give you a aged primary. All of these other accounts that you're adding to your credit report we're talking about, most of these are going to be primary accounts, but they're not going to be aged. They're going to be fresh on your credit report. Aged primary means that you can get Rent Reporters to show up on your credit report and automatically backdate it to show 2 years of payment history on time that you've been paying rent of $2,000 a month or $3,000 a month somewhere. And it's going to go on to TransUnion, it's going to go on to Equifax. It doesn't report to Experian, but to offset the Experian, we can go to, I know you all heard of Experian Boost. That's something that if you haven't set that up yet, if you haven't downloaded the Experian app and put that on there, then you're tripping because you can literally put your phone bill, your light bill, any bills that you have in your name, set it up for Experian Boost. They're going to go through your bank account and see all those transactions. That's going to automatically give your Experian credit score a boost. So when you add in these Rent Reporters on your credit profile, you want to make sure that you're going to offset it, but different banks pull from different credit bureaus as well. So we got to know who we're going through as well when we're doing this. But I would always, it's a no-brainer to go do that, to go add the Experian boost as well. But rent reporters is going to report rent. So you can literally take where you stay now and have your landlord or something report the rent. But if you don't have a landlord or you don't stay in a place where they report the rent, I'm gonna give y'all the game to this. This is a credit building company. They make money by helping you establish credit. So if your uncle owns his home, he doesn't have to own it flat out. He can just be paying a mortgage on it. But your uncle owns his home, your cousin owns a home. You can literally tell him, hey, I'm gonna fill out this rent reporter's application. I'm gonna say that I stay with you and I rent a room out from you, and you're paying, and I'm paying you $2,000 a month. And I've been doing it for the last 4 years. And I haven't never missed a payment. They're gonna contact that person via email or text message, say, hey, send over verification with your ID and send us a utility bill to prove that you are the owner of this particular home, right?
You said just with a room?
Huh?
Just with a room?
Yes, because every person, and this is a way that I sell trade lines as well, like this.
Damn.
I charge people $250 for it, right? And this is a money play for y'all right here. Let's say any of y'all didn't have the information, anybody to let y'all rent a room out from, quote unquote. I have a network of people that I've set up partnerships with over the last year, really, to where they got 3-4 bedroom homes. Every 2 months, I can add someone to those rooms because you can remove somebody from rent reporters and you can add them for rent reporters. So I'm gonna tell them, hey, I'm gonna get $250. You got 4 bedrooms, that's $1,000 you can make every 2 months. I'm gonna just call you, they're gonna send you the email, they're gonna send you the phone number. All they have to do, does this person stay with you, verify with Y if yes, N if no. And all they gotta do is put that on, reply on the email, and the account immediately pops up on your credit report within a 7-day time period on your TransUnion and your Equifax. They're not, and the reason I was so tripped out about this when I found out the secret to it, because because I just didn't understand the game of credit building companies. And I thought about it, and then somebody was like, hey, look, think about it. If they did all this extra stuff to verify, try to make sure that you didn't stay here, and all this extra stuff like the parole office gonna do or the internal revenue office gonna do, if they did all that type of stuff, then they wouldn't make any money because they get paid by getting you rent. You're paying them to report good history to your credit. So it only makes sense for them to just ask you information. You put the information in. As long as you and the landlord are in agreement, then the information can get put on your credit report. That's all they care about. That's it.
And what company you said this was again?
This is Rent Reporters. But
okay, that's the name of the company.
Yeah, Rent Reporters is the least stringent. It's the best one. I'm gonna just say that. Rent Reporters, I've never had any issues with them. And you can take that same profile that you just used with your uncle, your auntie, whoever's helping you, and you can go to Credit My Rent and you can go to Rental Karma. That'll be 3 trade lines that you just added, 3 primary trade lines you just added to your credit report. To each one of those credit bureaus is gonna shoot your credit up.
It says Credit My Rent.
Yeah.
Okay. So you can do all 3 of them like that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
All 3 of them.
Well, I got Rent Reporter and Credit My Rent. I missed one.
So you said ask your uncle or aunt in the case that your landlord or your apartment doesn't agree to report it to these agencies themselves.
Right, correct.
Okay. Do you know if apartments do that, or that's just you have to ask?
Yeah, you just have to ask them and to get their email, their phone number. And I mean, it doesn't take any time on their end. I mean, most of them can do it, but this is the thing that you'll run across. For one, everybody's rent is different, right? If I'm putting it on my credit, I want it to show the highest amount of money that I can pay every month.
That's what I was gonna ask about.
I want it to show the highest amount. 2 reasons. When I have clients that come to me that wants to get a home, and see, I have literally, and I'm supposed to get on the call with my guy Vince. He's a mortgage broker, which I'm gonna be plugging y'all in with, so y'all can do the same thing. But clients wants to get approved for homes, right? I'm gonna tell you something. the amount of rent that you've already been paying when they're looking at the underwriting guidelines and stuff, that matters too. Because they can know if you're able to, they can say, okay, we're going to look at your DTI, your debt to income ratio. But if you got $1,500 that you've been paying on rent, now they're saying that $1,500 that you've been paying on rent is showing up on your credit report is about to be gone, which means the extra $1,500 is coming to your income as well. But you also have this rental history now. So when they're looking at, hey, shit, maybe it's something inside of the underwriting guidelines that you just didn't meet the criteria for, and they're sending it over to manual review, and the underwriters are looking at it to decide if they should still approve you for this much home instead of telling you, nah, we can only give you this much home, and then you got to go searching for another home for the next 3 months. Looking at that rental history can automatically put you in a position to where they say, okay, cool. They haven't missed a payment yet with this company. And in actuality, just from my background experience, my personal connections with these type of people, they want to get you approved for the most homes they can possibly get you approved for, because they make money off of points. Pretty much that the amount of that loan that they get you approved for, they're getting a percentage of that from the company. So the higher the loan, the more money they make. So they have no motive to try to get you a $100,000 house when you want a $200,000 house. But there are certain guidelines and criteria, checkpoints that things have to reach out before they can do it. They can't just, people they gotta tread through. They don't want to cross over to the other side to run getting themselves into any issues. In order to make that happen, let me close my door. In order to make that happen, you have to meet certain criteria. So you want to make sure that you put yourself in the right position as far as everything goes with your credit and stuff like that, so you can make it happen. Now,
one thing, do each of these rent reporters, Credit My Rent, Rental Karma, and the Experian Boost, do they all have monthly fees?
yes, absolutely. Rent reporters charges $15 per month, which you can get that waived. Want me to show you how we can get it waived? This is how you get it waived.
Of course.
This is how you get the fees waived. This is how you get the fees, because I know they charge, even to sign up a rent reporter, it's like $140. I'm going to send you all my link. Remember, I told you we make money off affiliate fees every month. I'm going to get a check for rent reporters, self-lender. We're going to make money off of everybody that we're dealing with. And it seems small at first, but as you let it continue to build up, that's how you run it. That's how you make your money. So I'm going to send y'all a link. The link is going to say, you're going to go to rent report. It's going to say, well, you got to pay $139 to sign up. Then you're going to put in a discount code, C Allison-91. It's going to take that all the way down to $70. But once that goes down to $70, now this is what happens. You're happy. I'm happy because I just got an affiliate fee, even though you pay way less than what it actually costs to set it up. But I just got an affiliate fee. You just got that cost taken down. Every month that you pay your $15 on rent reporters, it gives me a credit to my account. So once as long as I'm signing up a person every month, guess what? I don't even have to pay for the monthly fee because I'm in this industry right now. I'm giving everybody else this information. I'm the person that if you don't have anybody, because everybody don't have somebody. Some people don't have anybody that they can deal with like that, especially when you're first starting off in this. See, before I'm not a quote unquote veteran in this game yet. I don't like to say that because I know it's so much more to learn. But before I was Corey the Credit Boss, right? I can just go to somebody and say, hey, let me put this, let me send you this email. This company gonna send you an email. They're gonna want your ID. They're gonna want you to verify this right here and just say, people like, no, now they know that I know what I'm talking about. Now they deal with me, but everybody don't have people like this. So guess what? You can be that same person to say, hey, even if you got your own home, you can be the person to say, hey, look, if you need to get some rent reported to your credit, hit me up. I can help 4 people get in there. I can charge you $250. I can charge you $1,000. I have so many clients now that I don't charge the high cost price for stuff like I used to, because I just get it comes in numbers. You see what I'm saying? I get it in quantity versus trying to just charge one person an arm and a leg. So that allows you to, make it work so that you don't have to pay the monthly fee. And that's the whole thing about this. It's like everything that we're doing is affiliate fees that come with this stuff. Like, it's a lot of ways in this industry for you to give it back to somebody else and get paid off of it, or not even just get paid, but get your cost your cost of business taken down from it. And that's how that's how you maneuver it. Any site you ever go to tell you to sign up for this, pay this per monthly, I'm gonna give y'all a secret. Scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page. It's gonna be some little bitty writing. This pretty much almost every site that you're gonna be some little writing at the bottom is gonna say about us, contact us, join the team, affiliate. See, I've skipped over there for years, not paying attention to it. Then I started clicking it. Then I started realizing, hey, these people pay me to tell people about them, because guess what we're gonna do? When y'all go put that self-lender account on y'all credit report and y'all score jump up 40 points, guess the first thing you're gonna do? One, we need to use it to market on our social media pages to bring in clients so people can already start seeing that, hey, I'm moving like this right here, right now, and people are going to be attracted to it and they're going to want to join in anyways. For two, once you do that, you're going to go out and you're going to tell people. I guarantee you, if your credit score ever done jumped up 30, 40 points or something, you done told somebody, hey, my credit jumped up 40. I'm talking about I got clients, I got homeboys. I'm telling they're gonna go and they're gonna tell everybody. Everywhere we go, that's the conversation. So you're gonna want to make sure that we have that that instead by us already marketing and advertising for these companies, why not get paid for it? I literally gotta start cashing more of my self checks. I can't even find them right now. I literally gotta start cashing more of them because what it does is they send me a check and they just send me the checks in the mail, and I just be forgetting to cash them sometimes. But yeah, that's definitely a way to mitigate the cost of doing business with these companies. Crown Jewelers. Crown Jewelers pretty much is a company that like My Jewelers Club. What they do is you go on here, you sign up for like $100. It's like $100. You sign up for it, they're going to give you a line of credit for $8,500. So you're going to buy a ring off of this site, and they're going to give you that ring. They're going to say, hey, if you ever want to buy anything else, hit us up. We're going to give you a line of credit for $8,500. Now, it's not real jewelry. It's not real jewelry that you're going to be going. You're not about to go on here and go get you a bust down Cuban link or nothing like that. It's going to be some Walmart type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But that's their way of setting their company up so that they can get paid to help you build your credit. This is a credit building company. Vital Card. Vital Card is pretty much a company that pays you to bring on other people to sign up to get approved with their credit cards in their company. And they put like a $500 trade line on your credit profile. There's a few more on here that I didn't put on here, but you're gonna see it when I send y'all the recording and stuff like that. It's called Kickoff. Kickoff is a good company.
I downloaded that.
Yeah,
a couple weeks ago.
Yep. So those are companies like it's a lot of them, man. I'm telling you, if you go to Google and Google credit building companies, credit building accounts, because if when you type anything credit, you're gonna run across a bunch of credit repair companies and stuff too. Credit building programs, stuff like that. Just type it in and just search on Google. Google gonna give you all the games. It's gonna tell you all the companies. You're gonna definitely get the websites that I go to find out a lot of this information and stuff too. And credit boards. Have y'all ever heard of credit boards?
Yeah.
That's a company that you go to online, and it's like a forum. Everything credit related, everything the banks, all the underwriting guidelines, any information that y'all are getting out here, any information that I put together in this mentorship, Credit Boards is a company that you go to and you can get this information, but you have to research, because a lot of people are not going to research and put it into one bundle package. That's what you're getting right now. You're getting one bundle package of information to keep you from having to do all the research. But the way that I understand all of the new stuff that comes inside of this game, all the new banks is lending, all that type of stuff is because you go to Credit Boards. There's a few more companies, but the main one is Credit Boards because it's people already there experiencing it, doing it. How do I know, right, that Chase credit cards pull from Experian? There's only one way for me to know that, because for one, the underwriters are not going to tell you that that's against their bank policy for them to tell you. They're not going to tell you who they pull from. They're going to tell you they pull from many different bureaus and stuff like that. They're not going to tell you. Now it's becoming so much more open, people being more hip to it. Now people ask, sometimes the banker and stuff like that will tell you, yeah, we're going to pull Experian. But when we're doing it, remember, this is our computer database. I want to make $100,000 sitting in the house on my computer, right? I don't want to have to go and talk to the bank, ask them, hey, who these people pull from, who this person pull from, and I don't want to have to do it myself and find out, and then realize I done ran 3 credit cards that I'll pull from the same credit bureau. Now I wanted to get this Amex and they pull from Experian too, and now I can't even pull the Amex because I already ran 3 inquiries up in the last hour, right? So how do we figure this out? How do we find this out? You go to companies like you go to sites like credit boards and you do your research and you find out what's going on because somebody else have already made the mistake and people have already made the mistake and they're talking about it and you're just surfing through the information, figuring it out, and you're putting your own thing together. That's how I get the funding guide. That's how I know my funding guide. I know you can run all these credit cards and only get 4 inquiries per bureau. You know, that's how you know that. Ox Publishing, this is another company, kind of like Crown Jewel, except they don't have jewelry. They got different stuff on there that you may need, but it's like marketing material, different services and stuff like that you can buy. But just go on, just check the website out, and you'll be good. There was a few more that we had to remove because a lot of these companies, they'll stay in business for about 5 to 10 years, and then they'll get pushed out the way, and another company will come about. So
That's what happened with My Jewelers Club.
That's exactly what happened with My Jewelers Club, and that's why you have to stay on point with the game because information is going to change. The list that y'all are seeing right now, it changes. You know, some of these items changes, some of the stuff changes, and it's going to always continue to change. Every 6 months to a year, this information is going to be changing. It's going to be the same game, different name though. That's the only thing. Same game, different name. I'm gonna give y'all the Navy Federal play. I'm gonna give y'all a light stream play today. Y'all gonna get these plays, and guess what? This month is good. You know, this is Walmart's t-shirt sale right now for the next year. But once Walmart gets done selling out all these t-shirts, once these banks have sold all this money, and they do sell money because they give it to you at a fee. Once the banks are done selling this money, they're gonna be done with their promotion. And it's not gonna be Navy Federal and Lightstream no more. It's probably gonna be PenFed and US Credit, Texas Credit Union. You never know, but the game is going to change. So you don't want to keep trying to run the same plays and wondering why you done ran 10 clients through this thing that worked for you good the last 6 months. Now it's not working, and you done ran their credit up and haven't got them what you wanted to get them, and let alone missed out on $100,000 yourself. So, you know, those companies, I'm gonna give you a list of all of them that you go to get research. A lot of them we've already, you know, pretty much, you know, US credit card guys. I'm gonna give you all the whole list of all of them though. Nerd Wallet stuff.
Yeah, I got that downloaded too. US Credit Card Guide.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one that tell you where all the banks pull from, right?
They tell you what they expect the banks to pull from, but it doesn't always tell you. The main thing the US Credit Card Guide tells you is this: if I'm getting ready to go if you see somebody flashing a credit card, go to US Credit Card Guide, type that credit card in. It's going to tell you all the benefits to that card, all the pros and the cons, because people need to know. We don't. A lot of us don't understand why somebody will have so many credit cards, or why this credit card matters before this credit card. But there are certain perks and reward systems and ways that it's set up that makes these things different. They're not just dry creating all these credit cards for nothing. If that was the case, every bank would have one credit card, but each credit card has different perks. So, shopping cards. Shopping cards, this method does still work. The last time that I one of the mentees ran this one, they ended up running it through, it wasn't GameStop. Was it GameStop or in Victoria's Secret? It was a few more other stores, but I just stopped putting the stores on there because it changes. You know, the whole thing changes. So with it changing, you don't know which one. So it's better for you to just try this method yourself with some of your favorite stores. Oh, Express. Express is one that was recently got hit. It works with Express still. So a shopping card is pretty much a revolving line of credit. It's a credit card. And once we start talking about how to build it up, build a limit and stuff, but we're going to go to that. You can have a Neiman Marcus credit card, you know, with $3,000 on it. So anytime you want to go buy you some designer, you get reward points and you go get you some designer on the Neiman Marcus at a low price or whatever, and just pay it over time. But the way that you run this method is you're going to get these credit cards with no hard pull to your credit. That's the key. You're not going to have a hard pull. It's going to be a soft pull, which means it's not going to show up on your credit report to lenders. They're only going to see the hard pull. You can see the soft pulls on your own personal credit report, but lenders don't even know. So this is beneficial because you can go out and run this play with some of your favorite stores that you know you spend money at all the time anyways. And now you got lines of credit added on top of, now when you get ready to go to Express, which is Express, I like Express. They got nice clothes and stuff. They're a nice little vibe. When I get ready to go to Express, if I'm going to go out and party this weekend, if I don't want to spend my own cash, let's say I said I got $200 that I can spend right now to next month on partying. I'm gonna use that $200 for gas and drinks and stuff like that. And then for the outfit I need to buy, I'm gonna just use my Express credit card and then just pay it back off. You know, when I get ready to pay it out, because you always got a minimum payment you can always make on stuff. So that's one of the key things that we're gonna look at. But you're gonna clear all your browser history, cookies, and the cache, right? The reason you're gonna clear this, unless you're going into incognito mode on Google Chrome, is because if I've already been to this website, it's not gonna see me as a new client. You want this website, when you go to express.com, you want them to see you as a new customer. Why? Because they have different offers for different customers. Their marketing is down to a T. If I've already had you as a mentee, we've already been doing business together, I would send you a marketing material to say, hey, I got this personal funding guide. I can tell you, I can say this, I'm gonna break down to y'all like this. I got the personal funding guide, right? Y'all gonna get that. Y'all gonna get that. A year from now, I can come back in, I can market to you all and say, hey, I updated my personal funding guide because as we already know, these banks change, blase, 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 blase. If you want my new funding guide, just send me over $100, I got you. But when you log onto my website, I might automatically offer you that because my cookies that I put inside this on my website has already tracked you to know that once you click on my website, I know that you're a repeat customer. I know that you already been here before. So I'm going to send you that for the funding guide. But if you're a new client coming to my website, you've never been here before, I'm not going to offer you my funding guide. I'm going to offer you credit repair. And this is all automated on their end. So you got to clear those cookies off of your website. So when you do go log into these sites, it doesn't see you as a repeat person that's already been there, especially if it's your favorite store. If you like to shop at Express, you've been on the Express website. So they're going to know you're not a new person. So you're going to create a store account, right? I put store credit. You're going to create a store account. So it's going to say, hey, you want to sign up, become a member to log in as your own personal profile. Let us track you, blah, blah, blah. Sure, sign up. Once you do that, it's going to ask you to subscribe to the email. The reason that you're going to subscribe to the email, because a lot of times what's about to happen, what I'm about to tell y'all, if it doesn't show up while you're in your shopping cart, then they might send it to your email as a new client. So if you already have an email on file with them, create a new email account and put that new email address inside of the information when you sign up. So this process is simple. Y'all can try this tonight. I know Express is good because that was the recent one that the client wanted to use. But you pretty much go on there, express.com, create a store account, subscribe to the email, start adding items to your shopping cart. You want to add up to about 100 items, right? At least $100 worth of items. I mean, if you at that point, okay, yeah, your pop-up blocker. Make sure you cut your pop-up blocker off because the offer is going to come in the form of a pop-up or email. You're going to add 100.
Is this on your phone or laptop? What kind of device are you on doing this?
Yeah, I mean, you can do it on either one. You can do it on your phone or you can do it on a laptop. Most of the time with the laptop, it has a pop-up blocker on there, but I recommend getting on a device, a computer, laptop, something like that, and going ahead and running this play. But you can still do it on your phone as well, though. So once you do this, you're adding $100 worth of items. You're going to add, if it doesn't pop up then and say, hey, how would you like to apply for a store credit card? If that offer doesn't pop up when you get up to $100, then you need to take some items out your cart to go down maybe to 50, or you need to, and if it doesn't pop up then, add items from that $100 mark up until upwards of 50. Anything more than that, you don't have to. If it doesn't pop up after that or see your email out there, the company's not good anymore. But this is literally their automated. This is like one of those automated systems that that companies buy whenever they're starting their online marketing stuff. Hey, I want to buy this system right here. This system is going to automatically send clients an offer to get store credit with us if they're a first-time customer coming in, blase, blase. So when it asks you that, you're going to click, yes, I would love to apply for store credit. When you're applying, it's going to ask you to fill out your information like you're filling out a credit application. This is how you know if it's a hard pull or a soft pull. It's going to ask you for no more than the last 4 of your social. If any company ever asks you for more than the last 4 of your social on a credit application, they're about to give you a hard pull. So don't let anybody tell you, hey man, we don't do a hard pull, but what's your social? Why do you need my whole full social if you're not going to do a hard pull? But they'll tell you that. It pisses me off every time somebody try to play me like I don't understand credit, because I don't go into places and just automatically be like, hey, you know, I do credit and so, you know, I'm going in here and then they're telling me, hey, yeah, you can do this. Just spill your social down. Why do you need my whole social if you're not going to do a hard pull on my credit? Only the last 4. If it asks you for more than your last 4, end it. Because a shopping cart is not worth the hard inquiry on your credit profile. It is worth a soft one though. It's worth a soft one that doesn't show up on your credit, but it's not worth a hard one. So make sure, you know, if it asks you for more than your last 4, close the door. Simple as that. So just write down about a list about 5 or 10 of your favorite stores that you go to. Go online, go through this process, go on there, do the process, see if they offer you store credit. If you only do it if it's that don't ask for the whole social. But check this out. I do want to remind y'all, do not go into Hollister or wherever else y'all shop at in the mall and let these people tell you what you like to apply for store credit. And then you sit here and tell them, yeah, because they're going to do a hard pull in.
What is the reason for this shopping carts play? What happens?
Because we're trying to add the positive accounts to our credit profile.
Okay.
And remember, we also want a mixture of credit. So if you go out and you apply for a shopping card, now you have revolving credit, which increases your credit card utilization. If you got a credit card with $200 on there, if you use that $200 and it reports wrong to your credit, their utilization is going to go down to 100. It's going to go up to 100%, which means that's 30% of your credit score. So now your credit score can drop 155 points, 135 points, literally just from you having 100% utilization. So if you got a shopping card with $500 on it and you use your $200 credit card, your utilization is now at like 45% and not 100%. The more available credit that you have versus the amount of credit that you're using is your utilization. And that's going to determine when you get ready to start applying for other stuff, because I'm taking y'all in the process right now. So the process that we're going through in this video is the process that I would like for you all to apply for your credit and go through this process, because this is the way that you do it. This is the way, because as you start to add these accounts, remember, they're going to do a soft pull. So if you already got your profile set up from what we already went up too far, then this right here is something that you can go run. You can go ahead and go run this. But I would suggest set your profile up the correct way first, though, because if you got self-lender on there, you got a secure credit card on your credit profile already, you got a secured loan, something else like you built that up. When they run that soft pull, even though you don't have to have any good credit really to get approved for a store card, but when they run that soft pull and see you already got secured credit cards, ding, that's a plus. You got secured loans, bing, that's a plus. You got rent reporters, bing, that's a plus. We can approve them for $500. He can get $500. They're not tripping on that. They'll get up to you, you know, and that's what we're looking at. That's the whole thing we're looking at. Okay, let me do this and let's see if they're going to give me this credit. Now, once we've added this stuff on here, right? Now we get ready to go do some fun stuff. This is some fun stuff right here. This company is called swapalease.com. I got another one called Lease Trader, but I like Swapalease. I don't know. I'll pay for the membership and everything, but you don't have to pay for it. But if you're actually going to go, you can just go on here and vibe and look at the stuff or whatever. But you're actually going to pay for it. If you're actually going to get a card and they want you to set up an account, because you set the account up so you can get the seller's information versus having to send an email. So me, I'm a person, I like to move fast. I don't want to wait to send an email for y'all to message this person. I could just pay $50 for the account, see a car I like, I got the person's direct contact information, the car lot that actually has it, I'm good to go. So Swapalease, what this company is this. Most luxury cars, nice cars that you see celebrities and people driving or whatever like that, they know they're going to go get another car the next year or the next 6 months or whatever. They're not going to go purchase that car. They're going to lease it. Lease is like a long-term rent. So the reason I added this on here as a credit builder account is because I don't care if it's a home, whether it's a house, a credit card, a personal loan, anything. If you can't get nothing else in this world, you can go to the car lot with a 500 credit score and pay $10,000 down and still get approved for a car. When all else fails, most people can still get approved for an automobile. Now, you got to have some type of credit unless you want to go to a certain type of car lot. But when we're dealing with dealerships and you want something nice, luxury stuff like that, then we're going to go to, you're going to want to go to a nice place. And in that case, we want to make sure that we have some type of credit already established. So Swapalease is one of those companies where you can say, hey, I want to build my credit and then I want to drive something nice. So this is how you do this. First, it helps you build your credit, gives you a nicer car. You choose how long you want the car. For instance, I go get this Mercedes-Benz, bam. I got a 36-month lease, right? Let's just say in 6 months, I can't afford the Mercedes-Benz anymore. I don't want to ruin my credit. See, most people, they're gonna let the car go back. They just ruin their credit. I can't afford it, take it back, right? Well, at least I did, at least it's a voluntary repossession, right? That's how people look at it, not knowing that the banks and stuff are still gonna look at it the same way, whether you gave it to them or they took it from you. But I go on Swap-A-Lease and list my Mercedes-Benz on Swap-A-Lease. I say, look, I had the car for 6 months. It was a 36-month lease. I got 30 months left. Anybody want this thing? This how many miles left on it. This is like a platform to sell cars, to sell leases. That's why it's Swap-A-Lease. I'm gonna swap my lease out to you and you're gonna take it over. But you have to have an okay credit score in order to get approved for it. But this is the best thing. Say I got a Mercedes, say this Mercedes-Benz only has 6 months left on my lease. Say I pay $1,000 a month for it. That means I gotta pay $6,000 more in order to pay this lease up. But here comes Art. He wants a new Mercedes. He goes to Swap-A-Lease. I put my Mercedes up there. He looking at like, man, that's a $70,000 Mercedes. It got 6 months left on it. It's $1,000 a month. If his credit, doesn't have car credit and everything else built up, there's no way he's going to be able to go to the car lot and get approved for a $70,000 car because the bank has to lend you $70,000 pretty much, you know what I'm saying, to purchase this car. But on Swap-A-Lease, the car can be worth $770,000. All you need to do is get approved for the amount of money, the amount of cost left remaining on the lease. So while Art may not be able to get approved for a $70,000 automobile, he can get approved for a $6,000 automobile line of credit. And that's all he needs in order to drive a $70,000 car to build his credit. Now I'm gonna give y'all this game, and this is a little jumping the gun a little bit, but when we get to luxury car hacks and stuff like that, I'm still gonna give y'all that. We're gonna go over it again. But this is a play you can do. Let's say I got a car right now. It's a pretty decent car. It's not the BMW 750. It's not the Mercedes GLE. It's not no stupid, dumb, crazy car, right? But I want to build my credit up. And I got this car, even if I'm paying on this car. And I say, you know what? I know for sure that I can take this car. One car I always say, because I remember the first time I came up with the analogy and came up with this idea, I was speaking to one of my relatives. He had an Altima. And I was like, look, you got the 2016 Altima, bro. How much you pay on this car? I mean, I pay like, what do you say, like $300 every 2 weeks or something like that. So you pay like $600 a month, right? Check this out. I can rent that car out for $350 to $400 a week right now through my personal network or through Turo. I'm gonna put unlimited miles on it. Drive wherever you want to drive in this car because you bought the car anyways. It's not like you could go take the car back and none of that type of stuff. You want the car, you ain't really tripping on that. But watch this. At $350 a week that I'm rented out for, which is already $700 every 2 weeks. So even if you just rented your car out just off that, you're winning. Your car note is paid off of 1 week, 2 weeks of the car rent out. But $350 a week times 4 gives us $1,400 for his Altima that he's making every month. With that $1,400, he can take $600 out of that, bam, pay his Altima note. That leaves him with $800. Let me show y'all something real quick. Hold on, let me go in here and show y'all something. This is gonna trip y'all out. I gotta go here and get some examples. See here, internet. So we're gonna go to this right here. We're gonna go try Swap-A-Lease out real quick while we're on the call. As you can already see, as soon as I log into the website, as soon as I type it in, it automatically starts popping up all different type of other companies that does it as well. Let's see, swapalease.com. Let's click this. right? Can y'all see the internet right now?
Yep.
Can y'all see the screen? Is it showing y'all swap lease right now?
Yep.
Anybody? Raise a thumb up or something.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah, I
cool.
see it.
Okay,
Yeah, I see it.
so I appreciate y'all. All right, so we're gonna go to search listings. So after we click search listing, so after we go to search listings, we're gonna go to the make. Matter of fact, before we even do that, before we even go to the make of the car, we're gonna go to months remaining, right? So we paid the $600 for the Altima already. So we got $800 swinging right now, right? We want something with 0 to 8 months remaining. And we're gonna go through here and we're gonna just look at this stuff, right? So, and I'm gonna go into deep detail. We'll get into the luxury car hack and stuff like that in the churro business on how you find the right car on here. But I'm gonna just put this in y'all head, and y'all probably be like I was when I first found out about this site. I was on this site all night trying to see how I can get me a Lamborghini. So this is definitely a way to do that. So so we got a 2020 Toyota Tacoma, $348 a month. It's 7 months left on this vehicle. We got $800 left. You can literally, and 90% of these cars on here is 0 down payments. Because the down payment has already been made when the person purchased the lease. They're swapping a lease out with you. So you need to be able, like this one, $379 for 10 months left on this white 2020 BMW 3 Series. That's $3,700 that you need to pay, $3,790 that you would need to pay over a process of 10 months. You can get approved for $3,790 if you add all these other accounts that we were just talking about for a brand new automobile, 2020. So you can go from a 2016 Altima to still owning that car, having that car being paid for it by somebody else, and then you get to drive around in a brand new 2020 BMW, right? And this is $379 a month. Don't forget, we just said we got $800 left. So not only did you just get yourself out of an okay vehicle and put yourself in a nicer vehicle, but you also made about $400 extra every month on top of it.
How did you make money?
Because you made remember we made $1,400 just off the Altima rent now per month.
Oh, I feel you. You
So
okay?
we paid, we paid this.
I got you. So you said,
And I mean, they got everything on here, man.
You like, forget that Altima. I'm finna step into this. That's paying for itself and it's building my credit, but I'm finna roll this.
Exactly. And this right here that you're rolling right here, it's also being paid for by so the Altima is paying for both cars and putting money in your pocket. Look at this. I like this 2019 BMW 3 Series. Let me log in and see what $450 a month. See, they already got a swap pending on it, which means somebody is already getting this vehicle. And then you're looking at the total amount of miles left on the lease. So when we're looking at this computer, I just said it touch screen. So when we're looking at the amount of miles that's left on the lease, it's 7,342. Divide that by 8, and that lets you know how many miles you really have to drive this car before you go over the mileage, restrict. So it's pretty much like 918 miles per month. So you can't go out, you can't just be driving out of town and going crazy in it, which you're gonna find other cars on here that has way better mileage things on it. But whenever the Altima isn't rented out, if you're not rented out week by week or however you do it, you're gonna figure out how to, once we go through the Turo class, you're gonna know how to rent your car out to the T. Like, ain't no way you're gonna lose on that. But once you figure that out, you will know, okay, well, on Mondays and Thursdays, I'm going to work, and Friday, I'm gonna just drive that to work if ain't nobody renting it out. Any days they're not renting, but since my work commute is only 20 miles, I know it costs it's this amount to go to work. You have to do some number crunching because you don't want to go over that miles. But I mean, like, this right here is what you can replace, you know what I'm saying, like this. And they got all type of cars. Like, they got cars, trucks. They got everything from Bentleys to Lambos. I mean, they got every kind of car that you literally can imagine.
So
that's
what was
available,
it that,
like, whatever you want to get.
what was it that you said you had to divide to be able to find out exactly how many miles are left on the vehicle?
Most of the time, they're going to tell you, it's going to tell you how many monthly miles you got. But you divide the amount of months that's left and the amount of mileage that's left on the vehicle as well.
Okay, can I ask a question real quick? What are some of the minimum requirements to get one of these vehicles on your credit score? Do you know? Is that
Oh
a
yeah,
thing?
man, if you got you a six, if we got you at least at a 630 to 650 credit score, you good. Really, a
credit score.
550 can get you a car, but I would say a six. I would say like, yeah, that's it. That's all they're looking at. They're looking at your credit profile. That's why I said we got to add these accounts first.
I can dig it.
Yeah, we're going through this process. So you're adding these other accounts to build it up. They're looking at your credit. You got 4 or 5, you got 5, 6 accounts on your credit profile, including the rent reporters and stuff like that. And then this is another thing that I'm gonna give y'all the game too. But y'all gonna get this when we get to Turo, the Turo blast. Certain banks that you go get a car from pull from certain lenders. Navy Federal, they pull from TransUnion. Lightstream, they pull from TransUnion. Remember, if you're getting financed through Chase, they pull from Experian. So you're gonna know whichever one of these automobiles, and once you click it, I'm gonna show you some more information. So this is BMW 5 Series, it's $520 a month, 7 months, like 914 miles. You only want to get something that at least got 1,000 miles per month that you can drive in it. Most people not driving 100 miles a day. I mean, so I mean every day. I mean, unless you just like to drive a whole lot. But this got 6,400 miles. But look at this. And this is another way you can tell how many different dealers and stuff like that you're going to be using. This is how I figured out how to go get cars and stuff, multiple cars and stuff like that before my car broker, BMW Financial Services. So look at this. This is what it tells you. When you type it in, transfer fee is going to be $400. That's pretty much to transfer the car over. And the application fee is another $100. So that's $500. It says, additional restrictions, $500 collected at the time of transfer initiated, $400 refund if credit is turned down. So when you file for this, if you were refunded, you would only lose $100 for the application fee if your credit was turned down. But I'm giving y'all this from personal experience. You don't need a super high credit score. You just need a certain amount of accounts, because the amount of accounts that you add to your credit is going to do what it needs to do anyways. And we're not even going into trade lines on this call as far as adding positive items. That is one of the positive items that you can add. But let's just say we put these accounts on your credit and your score is like a 612. And you're like, man, I want to make sure I get this car. Go pay $300. When y'all get the trade line, we get to the trade line, I'm going to show y'all when you hit me up and you say, hey, Corey, I need a trade line, and I send you this list of trade lines over, I'm going to show you how you can be the person sending that list of trade lines over, whether it's your credit cards or not. But instead of you paying this marked up price that everybody's giving you out for trade lines, you're going to be getting trade lines for dirt cheap. You're going to be getting them for the lowest price possible that you can get them for, outside of them being your own card. So if you need to throw a trade line on there, if I know BMW Financial is about to pull Experian, I'm going to get a trade line that I know is going to hit my Experian credit profile. Pay me $300-400 for Experian trade for a trade line. Let that hop on the credit report. Bam, that's going to shoot my credit score up to the 7. I'm going to go to Swap Elise just to add some more items onto my credit. Bam, I'm going to be able to draw this, and then I'm going to be able to have my other car. I'm going to be able to draw this for free and get paid. This is how you drive a luxury car for free, pretty much, and get paid for it. And that's simply all you're going to be doing. Now, once you got this item on your credit, we still haven't went for funding or anything like that yet. This is just simply adding the stuff to the credit, because when we go get funding, we want to make sure that our profile is exactly where it needs to be. So this is where we're looking right now. That this is just adding the stuff to make it look pretty. And this is another key that you're going to notice as well. If you know, like there's certain list of cars that goes a certain way. If you want to get a Bentley, you got Volkswagen, you got Audi. These companies are connected. You're going to go and you're going to see, okay, let me see. I know I want a Bentley in the next few months. Okay. Well, you need to go find your Audi on here, because Audi and Bentley is the same companies, just from bigger, smaller scales. They all work through each other. So you can be able to get a car now. Once you already got a relationship with this bank, even if it is a lease, when you remember we talked about relationships with the banks, when you get ready to go and apply for that Bentley, they're going to pull up your credit report, and guess what just popped up? Oh, he's already financed the car from us. It's not going to show the $6,000 or the $5,000 that you had to get approved for to get the thing. It's going to show the value of that car on there as well. That's how you jump that credit report. That's how you finesse the credit game. Because they don't report information. You already know the credit bureaus mess us over all the time. They don't report all the information that they need to report on there. So we're pretty much putting ourselves in a position to have our credit reported exactly how it needs to be reported. And that way giving us an opportunity to manipulate the system to work for us, since we know how the system is going to work. That way we can go out and do big things like this. And that's one of this right here is one of the best things. Now, this is something that was going on that had to be changed because I'm not gonna lie, Turo, if you're not gonna like Turo is strict on their insurance policies and stuff like that, and leasing companies are too. Because what people were doing was, remember, you can go apply for many things until it hits your credit. So I can go to BMW Financial on Swap Lease, I can go to Audi Financial Services, I can go to Ford, I can go do all these different companies and get multiple leases. And then I could take those cars and just put them on Turo and rent them out. But this is the thing. Something happens to that car, it has a wreck. The insurance company has to communicate with your finance company to do the payoff and everything else, right? Once that leasing company finds out that you rented that vehicle out, you've broken rules in that contract. I know people that still go out and get leased cars and rent them out too, because they will say, well, look, if my Altima make me this amount of money, this 500, I can just rent this out for one weekend, and then I can keep all the money out of my Altima from what I get off my Altima besides the payment, rent this out and make an extra $1,000, and I'm making double money. But you're running the risk of not being able to get a lease again, because once they see you violated a lease to that company, you pretty much got to purchase a car from them. And lease does bring peace if you understand how to do it, you know? So that's one of the things. But this is a very good company for y'all to go out if you want to just like switch your game, switch the style up. And trust me, man, I used to rent cars out so much. I spent so much money, like a lot of money, like too much money on renting cars before I was able to actually own these cars now myself. But mostly every car I used to rent, I now own those cars in my fleet. But just putting yourself in that mind frame and that environment, they call it it's just the positive vibrations, the law of attraction. I literally just said, hey, once I start driving in Range Rovers and stuff like that, ain't a man in the moon that could put me back in that Cadillac. Because it was just the feeling like, hey, I deserve this right here in my lifestyle. I need to figure out how I can get this car myself. And just this right here with the Swap Lease, you're literally doing that same thing, putting yourself in this vehicle. And when you get into any business that you're into, marketing is key. These cars, they're not just they're like my boy Matty, CEO Matty J said, man, they're business cards. You know how many conversations I get started every time I go somewhere just by somebody liking my car? Mm-hmm. You know how many people probably wouldn't even pay me to do that credit or none of that if it wasn't for them seeing the fruits of my labor. So you literally can use this as marketing, and that's where it becomes beneficial again. And I'm not a tax advisor or anything like that, but if you use your vehicle in marketing, your Swap Lease vehicle in marketing to market your company, it now becomes that lease payment becomes a tax write-off. So that's the Swap Lease game. That's how you add that account. How do we get bank loans? Easy. We pretty much talked about this already, but I'll just kind of go over it again. That's why I put it at the end. Once those secure loans are paid off, once you show that you haven't missed any payments, you got excellent payment history, and that pledge loan that we talked about is a major play to get a personal loan and line of credit. That's how you make that play. Now, that's pretty much, before we get to why it's important to act now, I'm gonna run a few plays.
Can you go back one slide? I was still writing it down. Yeah.
So now we got a play, man. We got these plays, right? One of them is called the Navy Federal play, and the other one is the Lightstream play. But I call them the 50K play. Now, I broke these down inside of different groups and chats and stuff like that. But I'm just going to break it down for you all on this call, because I've literally, every time I do this, I literally have at least one person inside of the group that's able to go run the play. And then they end up with 50K or close to it, like the next day type of stuff. So they got something that's called an auto conversion loan, right? And I remember some guys on social media, some big time guys on social media. I
got it wrote down, by the way. I'm good.
Okay. Some big time guys on social media were getting into it about this play, because one guy was like, oh, they really was getting into it over something else. And the guy just tried to find something that he can pick on this other guy for, because he really couldn't find anything. He ended up going and picking up the guy's background and stuff to get some more ammunition. But before he had that ammunition, he used, oh, you doing this play right here, the auto conversion play. And it was kind of, and nobody didn't buy, because what the guy did was he went and showed the loan contract and exactly the specification. Remember, if it's not, people have different ethics and different beliefs on different stuff. But when it comes to this credit game and stuff like that, If it's not illegal, if it doesn't get you, if you don't go to jail for it, trust me, the credit bureaus put negative information and misinformation on your credit report for a reason. That's because they get paid more money for somebody with a bad credit score than they do to somebody with a good credit score. Because the person with the bad credit score has to pay higher amounts of interest versus the person with a good credit score. So if I'm a bank and I'm having to pull your credit report, and I know I have to pay Experian to pull your credit report, I know that if your credit score is a 5 something, I got to pay more money to them to pull your credit report because I'm going to be charging you 15% on the same vehicle that I'm going to charge Corey 3% on. So it's a money thing, right? But anyways, the auto conversion place states this. There are certain banks that you can go to and you can apply for an auto loan. And you apply for this auto loan from a private party, which means you're not buying it from a dealership, you're buying it from an individual person. When they do that, what the banks do is they literally take the amount of money that you're financed for, that they approve you for, and they give you that money in a check made out to the person's name that you put on there. I've done this like 3 times with Navy Federal, bro. They do not. All they want to know is the car, the VIN number, the value of the car, and who you're buying it from. Anybody that you trust that you deal with, you can say, I'm buying a car from them. Right? I'm buying a car from, I'm gonna say, hey, I'm buying this car for my girl. The car's worth $50,000. I got $4,000 to put on the down payment. I need the rest of the I need the other $46,000 to be financed. They're gonna do a pre-approval, or they're gonna run your credit report, and then they're gonna literally write the check out to my girl. I'm gonna go to the bank, I'm gonna pick the check up, give the check to my girl, she's gonna deposit it, money in her account, she's gonna send me the $46,000. Now, this is what Navy Federal states inside of the loan contract. If in any instance that the party is not able to provide the title to this vehicle, because they want you to provide the title to validate that, hey, this is how you cover this asset. This collateral, that's how car loans work, right? If you do not provide the title to this vehicle within a 90-day process, 90-day time period, we do have the right to increase the interest rate. If you got a good credit score when you apply for this, your interest rate gonna be super low, and the amount that they can increase it to, they're gonna tell you. If you got a bad credit score and you apply for it, they're gonna tell you that your interest rate can go up to 12%, no more though. So which means that initially, if you actually was going to go buy a vehicle, then your interest rate was gonna be, your payment it may tell your payment is $500. In 90 days, if you don't return the title to that vehicle, your payment is now gonna go up from $500 to maybe $650. Because that's a big jump in the interest rate, right? But this is the thing. After 90 days, they're going to call you. You're going to say, hey, I didn't turn the title in. I thought I sent you the title already. Let me get it back to you. I'm going to send it over to you. Can you give me an extension to send it back to you? They're going to give you one extension. So essentially, you can have this money for 6 months before they raise their interest rate up on you. Now, once I remind you, I've done this play already 3 times. The 3 times that I've done it, they've never raised the interest rate up on me while I was doing this play. The main thing is, remember, we talked about how to get the money. I got the money. Now, how do I make the money so I can make sure that I can flip this money like it needs to be flipped, so I can either, 1, afford to pay service this loan, even if I don't decide I want to turn this money back in and I want to pay this loan off in 6 months. I need to know how to make money. Or 2, I need to figure out how I can flip the money exactly so I can pay the whole thing out. So I either, 1, know how I can make passive income, or not passive, set up a business or something, buy an 18-wheeler or something where this $500 or this $700 a month that I have to pay is taken care of just off of that. Because you don't want to go borrow money and blow it, and then you can't afford, and you start something up that can't even service the loan. And honestly, if you go get 50K, you can go buy you 4 cars for $5,000 a piece, and that's going to generate you about $5,000 a month. And that's going to cover that anyways. And then the other 20, you can go throw it in the strip club or somewhere else if you want to. Just talking, you know what I'm saying? But I always make sure that the amount of money that it costs you to service the loan, that you can at least service that loan and some with at least 50% of that money. So the other 50, so you don't never feel stressed to try to make something happen because you already know what you're doing with the money. So Navy Federal lets you do this. They pull from TransUnion. So your TransUnion credit report, you need to make sure that you have some of those accounts already on your TransUnion, your credit score looking kind of good. You want to have a 650 to a 700. I suggest a 700 credit score with Lightstream, because they do the same thing. You want to at least have like a 712 before you go apply, because they deny a lot of people. But Navy Federal, by you being a member of their bank, by you getting involved with them, then you're pretty much good to go. So you can go to cars.com, right? Go to cars.com. If you never had a vehicle before on your credit profile, you don't have any car history, you're not going to be able to get 50K from them, right? Unless you just got a super great credit score. But if you already got car history, normally how it works is whatever amount of car that you have, you can go get double and a half of that car. So if I had a $20,000 car paid off on my credit profile already, then I can most likely go to Navy Federal and get about $45,000. $45,000, which is close to $50,000. So that's pretty much how that play works. You go to cars.com, find a car. Like I say, if you don't have adequate amount of credit yet, go on there, find your car for about 25K, cars.com, put the VIN, write down the VIN number, the color of the car. That's all you need in the mileage. Go online, NavyFederal.com. You're already a member. Pre-approval for auto loan. Fill out the application. They're also a statement bank, so they don't. You can put whatever income or whatever you need, but just make sure that you got enough income on there that your DTI is high based on your credit. How do you figure that out? Pull your credit report. It's going to show you monthly amount owed. If your monthly amount owed is $500, then you know you need to be at least making $1,500 a month so that your DTI isn't more than that 30%. So the more, you know what I'm saying, that's what we're looking at. How much money, because that's all they know on your DTI is how much is showing on your credit report and these loans and stuff that you got that you have to pay every single month. So that's pretty much how that whole game goes. Lightstream, they do it as well. Lightstream actually allows you to fill it out. You actually, when you do a Lightstream, you don't even put that you're purchasing from a private party. You just put you're purchasing from a dealer. You let them set up your bank. They're going to want to have access to direct withdraw from your account. Allow them to direct withdraw from your account. That's fine. It's like auto pay. That gives you a lower interest rate whenever you fill it out. They're literally going to put the money in your bank account within 24 hours. You just put the value of the car that you want to get. You don't have to get a VIN number or nothing. Hey, I want to get this car. It's $25,000. Fill out the application. I'm getting it from a dealer. They're going to just give you the check, and the money's going to go in your account, and you can literally go to the. And it's crazy that they do that because you don't even have to go. You don't have to provide them with a title. Their loan is going to always stay the same amount. And I think that's why it's harder to get approved for them. Why you want to have a 712 plus before you apply, because they really don't care what you do with the money. If y'all don't know, Lightstream is also a subsidiary company of Truist Bank. Truist Bank just bought out SunTrust bought Truist. All these are the same bank. So if you ever heard of SunTrust, Lightstream, Truist, they're all the same banks. Well, they're all the same network, different branches, but they all pretty much is ran by the same people. So they just give you the money. No title, nothing, loan going to stay the same. They just have to have a way. What they did was they finessed a way in order to give people money. And the reason that they did this is because you have something what you call the Truth in Lending Act and predatory credit lending, right? This is when people pick on people with lower incomes or people that are less credit financially literate to give them loans and stuff, and they most of the time they can't pay it back, but they do that to charge higher interest rates and stuff like that. And then at the end of the day, they're going to get it wrote off anyways. And they know, you got government bailouts, all types of stuff that's coming behind this. But in order for them to break that truth in lending, to not get involved in the predatory lending act, they say, well, look, this is what I can do. We got all this money in our bank. You think these people out here, see, I stay up on everything. You think these people out here that's scamming with Truist Bank, all these scammers that's dropping these checks in these banks and these people, and this bank good? I'm pretty sure y'all see it over the internet because I do. So you think that these banks is dumb? You think they dry doing this? No, they need to lend out this money because you have hedge funds, which is people that are pulling their money together, investing in these banks, and these banks have to invest these people's money. Because there's no way I'm going to give you my $100,000 and it's not going to do anything. So you need to invest it out. If you're not pushing out, if you're not selling enough of this money, then I need to take my money out. So they know they're going to come across losses. So, hey, let's just give it out. So what they did is they found a smooth way to lend you money without you being actually qualified all the way. I know I can give you a car. I can lend you money for a car because it's supposed to be quote unquote an asset. And I can literally lend you this money out, get this interest. And most people just run this play, not running the play to burn off with money. Most people running the play because they're business owners or people who want to start companies. So they know these people care about credit. They're going to pay it back.
Okay, I have a question. The last couple of things that you mentioned as a way to produce income, at the moment, I don't have access to do those plays. So my question is, while building this credit profile, how do we make plays to bring income to support the accounts that we're creating? Like if I was to create the Experian Boost and I was then to go make a shopping card, credit card, or if I was to go do the Discover It or the Capital One or the secure self lender, that I still, in my mind, those funds are coming out of my money that I'm just making and not money that I'm producing. So how do we get, if you understand
how to get that come on? Okay, cool. So, okay, we just went over the Navy Federal play, right? We just went over the Navy Federal, and I just gave you all the play for Lightstream.
Right, but I was saying, see, I don't have actually. I went to Navy Federal today, and I was in the Marines. I found out that I have an $800 fee I have to pay before I can even open the account. So I'm like, damn, how do I even make the $800 to open the account?
Okay, cool. So this is what you do with the credit building stuff that I just gave out to you right now, right? So there's people, and this is literally how this is literally how you make the most money. I can go out and I can go try to run this play myself and I can make $50,000. That's cool. Or I can go out and I can help 100 people make $50,000. And then I make $5,000 off each one as a funding fee. And then I make 500 grand. So even though you're not in a position to all the way do it, this is what you do. As you're adding those accounts to your credit and your credit profile is building, see, you don't have to be like, it took me a minute to build up my social media presence and stuff where I can just go and post something and then everybody comments, hey, I want to join, I want to join, I want to join. That's not going to happen at first. You have to build up that legitimacy. But from the outset, when I first begin this, you have a circle of people that you deal with. Everybody has this own personal little bubble, this network we have. We go through our phone, we got an average of 250 numbers in that phone. Out of those 250 people in that phone, there are some people in that phone that already qualify for some of the stuff that you're learning how to do right now. And they need money. So you can literally bring people in your network onto this, showing them how to do this. Like, hey, look, if you want to get some money to start your business or such and such, like I know you as a barber, right? There's guys in there that needs money, right? Hey, some of them credit profile might be right. Their girl credit profile might be right. Somebody, hey, look, you want to run this play, this is how the play works. And that's why I always tell anybody that's coming through my mentorship program, legitimacy is one of the things that we have to make sure that we can establish before people actually trust us to do certain things. They don't see that we've done it ourselves. That's when you can literally refer to, hey, look, this is who I get the game from. I paid this man to learn this game. I know this play works, right? They can go check me out. They're going to automatically, hey, okay, cool. We'll try. Let's see what's going on. I trust you. I believe you, because 99% of these people out here, just the basic information that we went over so far, they don't have any clue about it. So once you start talking about, hey, you need 10 accounts to add to your credit first and foremost, so you need to do this. And when people start seeing you add these accounts and these items of building, that's when you go to, remember, scroll to the bottom of that screen, click become a partner, then you start sending these people those same links to start helping people. That's how we grow and add value. The amount of money that we make in this world comes to the amount of value that we add to other people. So it's not going to be a, hey, I'm just going to be able to do this. And you got to give it back. We gotta pay it forward, and paying it forward is going to allow you to start generating. Like I say, you set up the rent reporters. Somebody else needs rent reporters. I guarantee somebody else needs rent reporters. That's going to help you pay for the rent report. Self-lender, you set that up. There's multiple people that need self-lender. I see so many people get it on their credit report and don't even pay it, and they forget or something like that. But you have to start going out with those, like marketing those services. But as we're going through the mentorship program, this is the key thing. We're going to go over multiple things, right? The stuff we already went over, like I said, you could have put these two classes, the credit building class and the financial literacy class together yourself. And I got some stuff. I can show you how to get an ebook wrote. You don't have to write it. Like, it's a lot of stuff you can do, but you can literally put those two things together as a service right there. These two classes right here is enough to put people in a position to where they can start going to go get approved for homes, cars, different stuff like that. But there's going to be more classes and more stuff that we're going to go over that you're going to be able to do. But it's all about understanding this, like the funding and stuff like that is going to be key. I'm not going to lie. That's one of the #1 businesses in the credit game. One of the best businesses besides starting up a credit repair company. Any of that credit repair company, that's cool, that's good. But I can work that company for a year, I'll make 100 grand. But like literally, I got somebody on the phone this morning. Guy's about to get funded for 200. So I'm about to make 20 grand off of one guy. All I got to do that is 5 times in a year to make that. But I got to get 100 clients and keep 100 clients for a whole year, for 12 months straight to make 100 grand in credit repair. But the funding, like people need stuff. And that's why I'm telling you, I'm going to give y'all my personal connections, because with these 2 classes that we've already went over, financial literacy and mainly this credit building, people are going to need cars. I'm going to show y'all how to set it up to be your own personal car broker or use a car broker, where you can log into a platform, literally type in what type of car, what type of down payment somebody wants to make. And it's going to show you every car in the United States that they need that meets that criteria. And they can purchase that car and get that car delivered directly to their front doorstep. And you make $400 off of it. Or you can go through my car broker and you can say, hey, I got this person. She wants to pay $8,000 down. She got us up to $8,000. Her credit isn't all the way there right now, right? But once she comes to you to get this car, and you get this money that she's going to pay down, just make sure you pay me. I don't want her to pay 8 grand, make her pay 4, and then just give me a grand, because I know my car guy can get anybody approved like $500. See what I'm saying? It's just about the payments that they're going to make. But you're going to have these connections so that you can make extra income, you know, like that. Because with this, you're going to hear somebody else talking about getting a house that don't have 10 accounts, that don't understand how this whole system works. And when you tell them I can show you how to pay off a 30-year mortgage in 5 years, that's going to automatically pique their interest. And then you should show them by Velocity Banking, say, hey, add these items to your credit right here. They're going to do that. And this isn't even on a, hey, I'm a credit expert. This is just on a, hey, I know a little information that might help you. Let me send you these links over, set up for this, do this. That's going to help you build your credit up. And then I'm going to plug y'all right in with my guy, Vince. You're going to hit Vince up. You're going to hit Lucinda. These people are going to get these people homes and stuff, and they pay fees. They pay a nice chunk, not no chump change, but these people buying homes, these people are making money. These people are paying money for you to bring them these customers. So just with a small network of people that see that how you move and you understand, you know what you're talking about, it's going to take time to build that part up. Now, when it comes to the trade lines and different stuff like that, like I said, there's other stuff we're going to go through that's going to be a little less more, I got to put out or deal with these type of people. But the most way that I make money is dealing with people, adding value to people, because everybody and their mama trying to either get a house, a car. People call me for personal loans. Like, it's a lot of stuff, you know. And guess what? If you know these companies, like if you got bad credit, I can show you a list of companies right now, and people don't even decide to do it. You can Google where to get money to pay, where to get $5,000 real quick with bad credit. There's going to be a company that's going to show and say credit for bad loan people. All you need is check stubs or something like that, a verified bank account to get the money. You can charge people a funder's fee. I call it a success fee. If I successfully get you this done, then this is the amount of money that I require for my work, which is normally 10%. If I go get you $3,000 right now, I want to make $300 off of it. And I literally just made this money by filling out an application for you and understanding and telling you to add these 3 accounts to your credit real quick. Let's do this rent reports in a week. I pay you $3,000 by the end of the month. Not only did I get the fee from the rent reporters, the self-lender, the credit strong I had to add to your credit report, but I also filled out this application for you with your consent, got you $3,000, and then you paid me $300 for doing that for you. And you got bad credit, but you just needed a small loan. So that's how we go in and we get the money. We take the knowledge and not always look and try, because this is the hardest thing for me was every time I hear a play or run across a play, I'm trying to figure out how I can run a play, how I can run a play. But one thing we're going to learn about credit is, as you exhaust your credit is going to go in errors, right? You're going to build your credit up. My credit going to be a 756. I promise y'all. This is all it trips me out because people don't understand how the game goes. But my credit could be a 756. I'll go use my credit score go down to a 630, because once you add new accounts, your credit score is going to go down. I'll go add those accounts, that credit score go down, and it's going to take me 6 months to build that score back up. So in that process of that 6 months, what happens is another Navy Federal comes out and say, hey, we got another play right now for 50K. My credit is already exhausted. I got to wait 6 months where I can do it again. So I either let that 50K pass me up, I'll find me 10 people who haven't built their credit up yet and bring them on and show them what's going on, get them funded and make 5K per person, and now still get that 50K. And that's how I had to learn that, hey, I got to push this information out to my network of people, and they're going to talk. It's like a nonstop funnel that's going to come once you start actually succeeding and getting stuff done for people. And that's pretty much how you get that part done. That's pretty much how that whole process works. So Did that kind of cover the question? I know it was kind of long-winded, but they kind of break it down a little bit for you. I can go to talking, y'all. That's one thing I'm gonna tell y'all. For real. Y'all just get tired of me after we meet the hour time frame, man. Call, man. If I go a little over, y'all just want to hang up, I'm gonna send y'all the recording, man, because I can get kind of long-winded sometimes. But it's all about like I say, setting up our financial planning first. That's why everything we do is all in steps. Like these steps, I've literally thought about which order to put these courses in, because I know we need to get the financial planning together first, figure out where we got the extra money in. After that, we need to take some of that extra money, start building up the credit profile. But in the process of doing that, I'm gonna show y'all how to get a bag right now if the credit score is already, what it needs to be. So, or kind of where it needs to be. And Mr. Myers, your stuff really already good. But anyways, we just do it like that, and you can literally run the play, put some bread in your pocket, and continue to show other people around you how this is done, how I run it. You don't give them all your trade secrets. Like I'm gonna get y'all gonna have the actual step by step. I'm still gonna, even though I'm telling y'all, I'm still gonna give y'all a PDF that's gonna have the step by step on how to run the play. You don't actually give everybody your PDF just step by step. So here, you can go to Navy Federal, just do this. No, knowledge is power. They're going to come to you to get it done. You're going to run that play, and you're going to get a success fee because of your knowledge that you possess. So why is it important to act now? 3 reasons, man. I'm gonna just say that it immediately increases your credit score. Like as soon as you start adding these items, it's immediately going to give you a boost to your credit profile. Number 2, you're going to always be ready to go. If you start now, when the time comes, because the time comes, I hate when I deal with somebody, and I said, hey, that's a strong word. I hate when I deal with people, man, and it'll be like, today, somebody will reach out to me and say, hey, man, I need to build my credit, and then it'll be 6 months later, they'll end up in a bond. And they'll kind of like, man, how can I get this car? I need to get this. And I'm like, if you would have started 6 months ago, we could have had it done. And a lot of this stuff don't cost as much as people have. Like one of my best friends called me one day, and I really didn't even want to waste time with him. I've been telling him this for over a year already. And when he's like, man, just meet me at the car wash, man. I'm gonna come to the car wash. You at the car, I'm coming up there. He come up there, set his phone up. I literally set him up self credit strong, got ready to get him the rent reporters done, everything, like $155 in less than an hour. He said, bro, that's all it took. I said, all this time, it took you a whole year to come to me so we can do this when I've been telling you that it don't take that long. You automatically assume that it was gonna cost you an arm and a leg because you think everything I do is an arm and a leg, but it's not an arm and a leg. Just come over here, pay this little money, and get the situation, get everything start rolling like it needs to be. The next thing is that it gives you more credit history. Every account that you have, every time you add a new account, your credit history is going to average down because that's a new account. You got 10 years worth of credit history and 10 accounts. You add another account on there, it's going to take that down some. So now you got 9 years worth of credit history. So the more accounts you add at the beginning, the higher you're going to get your credit report, your credit history up. So as long as because if you keep adding them, I'm gonna add this one this month, this one this month, this one this month. And if that's the way you got to do it, then so be it. Because like I say, we got trade lines, a lot of other stuff that we're going to talk about on how to build this credit up to finesse this game. But whatever you can do, go ahead and make that investment, make it happen, because it's going to be a game changer when you get ready to actually go out and start applying for stuff. And when we go over personal funding, like I say, with the credit cards and stuff, you're going to be able to not only run this for yourself, run it for other people. Business credit building. Like there's so many people out here with LLCs that want to build their credit, don't know how to do it. Then some people say, hey, I got people call me right now, man, I know how to build my credit. I know how to fix my credit. I just don't got the time to do it. I charge people $500 to do their business credit profile and 10% success fee. So give me $500, I'm gonna start setting these accounts up. I'm gonna send you the accounts. You still gotta pay money to add. But once I start getting you these Amexes and all that in your business name, then I need my 10% for my time. Because I'm gonna took the time to set the processes and the systems up, and that's what I'm showing y'all how to do. The name of the game is credit, and I'm gonna tell y'all this. You either can, this is the key to everything I'm teaching y'all on the money making strategies and everything. You're either gonna use credit to make money and help other people, you know what I'm saying, understand these strategies and make money off all these strategies that I'm giving you, because everything that I'm giving y'all right now, y'all paid to be in this class, right? But if y'all didn't pay to be in this class and I just said, hey, hit me up and I'm gonna help y'all do this, every single thing that we go over that I'm showing y'all, if I'm doing a financial planning call with somebody, if I'm showing them credit building, anything they're paying me for my time to get on these calls. Everything that y'all learn, y'all now possess this knowledge. Nobody can take it away from you. You can charge people, and don't be afraid to charge people for your knowledge and your services. that was one of the things I used to give so much out for free, and I had to realize my time is not to be wasted because, and I had to realize it because I got so busy. I'll be on 10 free phone. I'll call 10 people to make a sales call, and one person may close, and then I got another 10 phone calls. Then I'm just giving out free game. And I said, man, that time I done did that, I could have made some money off of that too. So it got to the point where I'm like, okay, I don't have time to be on the phone like that because I need to make 20 sales calls to make a close to make some money if I'm gonna be trying to give out 10 free calls. So whenever you're dealing with people, knowledge is definitely power. Education is key. You're either gonna make money by taking these strategies, getting the money. You're gonna get the money, right? These strategies show you how to get the money. You're gonna take these strategies, get the money, invest into something else that's gonna make you some money and use credit like that, or you're going to learn how to get the money and show other people how to get the money. You're going to make money by showing other people how to get the money. That's the way, because that's pretty much how it goes. So you can get this game, build this credit, get cars, start a churro business, get the money, start Airbnb, get the money, go invest in the stock market after you study how to do day trading, options trading, and stuff like that. Or you're going to get the money and show other people how to get the money and get paid to do that. I prefer to do both of them. But that's something that you know we got to figure out. That's something that's definitely a self-evaluation to understand, because, and I'm glad that the questions come up, because that's one of the key things to look within the inner self and figure out, how do I want to take this information that I got and monetize it? Do I want to monetize it on the back end, or do I want to monetize it on the front end of the knowledge that I've gained? So it's, you know, the choice is yours. But that's pretty much it for tonight's class on credit building. Does anybody have any questions, comments, concerns, anything that I haven't already answered?
I have a personal question, but I'll just need to speak to you personally though.
Okay. Anybody else? Nobody else have any questions? What y'all think about the information tonight then?
Well, okay. I like I said, as far as knowing the things that I've taken away from tonight is that I would like to get the self-lender started. I would like to get the Discover IT card started, a Capital One card started. I would like to take advantage of the renter's report and creating a shopping cart at a you know, Macy's or something like that.
And just me looking at your personal credit profile already, like even if you was interested in running the Navy play or the light stream play with your credit profile, right? I know you told me the situation with Navy, so I know that has to be taken care of first, and then you have to get another bank statement, the first month statement from them. But you're literally this, I don't know if you can see, you're literally this far away from getting about $40,000. Just to even take that and fund everything that we're going to go through, or to take that and say, hey, let me go ahead and take this 40 grand and let me go give me 5 cars, cash cars, nice cars at $5,000 a piece, 4 or 5 of them.
That's what I like. I like that aspect of it.
Yeah, you're like literally in the position, like you're not, I promise. A lot of people got to start from different levels, but you're literally right here. You don't even know you're literally right here. And the only reason I know that is because I've been doing this for so long, you know, so I know. And I'll tell people that sometimes I'll tell people
I don't see it though. That's the problem. I don't see it. And I don't, you know, I can't
we'll have to
see
get
it.
on we'll get on the one-on-one, man. I'll just holler at you about it so you can give you the drift, man. But yeah, you there. It's not, and that's the thing, like what I try to explain to a lot of people sometimes we're not in a position because it takes building. Like we're gonna go through, like I just gave y'all that right there. That right there, adding those 10 accounts, aging those accounts, and then throwing the trade lines, that's putting you in a position so we can go get the credit cards and stuff like that. Some people not in a position for the credit cards and stuff right now neither. But I know for sure if they can go get a Navy Federal account, they can get the Lightstream account. I got a few other plays that I know as well too, that I don't even put in the mentorship, but I still give them out and I give them to y'all for sure if the situation right. But you're literally in a position to get some money so that you can take that money and put yourself in a position to get more money so you can make some money. So that's pretty much. I always see it, man. I swear it's crazy because I've helped so many people do that didn't see it, and then we sat down, we had a conversation about it, And it's either up to them to say, okay, come on, let's go on and pull a plug. Because that's the thing, taking that action, that step, like we talked about last week. Man, it's crazy that this type of money can really come. And it's gonna be, I'm gonna put it right in y'all face. So you're gonna have to figure out, let's go ahead and make this leap. And then once we make this leap, I can do what I need to do. We can set it up like this and we can make this money like that. And we'll be good to go. But I've literally helped people right now that's ran these plays. People have money right now to keep running other plays, to keep getting more money because they had enough, because they took that leap to get the money to make some money. So now they got money to spend to get some more money. But yeah, hope that didn't confuse anybody. Well, everybody understands the difference between getting and making money now. So I hope that shouldn't confuse everybody. But yeah, that's pretty much how it goes. But yeah, we'll have to get on there and we'll just go through your report and I can explain some stuff to you on that, on how you're in a position to actually start running some plays. And then you got other people that's going to be around you. Like I say, once you start adding these accounts and you start showing people your credit score is increasing. Hey, look, my score went up 40 points. I'm at a 740. I'm at an 8. You know what I'm saying? People are like, man, how you do that? Man, all it costs me.
You in a good position too, bro, because you're a barber.
Yeah.
So you come in contact with people like every day.
Even the buzz that I'm just creating a little bit at the shop is creating interest already, but they just want to see me do something.
Bro, you know, whenever I had first got out of prison, when I went to prison, whatever, I went to this barbershop and they seen me. It's crazy because the guy hit me up the other day. I was like, man, I see you still, because I don't be going to the shop no more. Of course, you know, I come to y'all shop. But they seen me. I was telling them what I was doing. And I was just another, excuse my language, another nigga that was goddamn me spit, that was coming up here talking about what he's gonna do and all that. And they seen me go from here to nothing and getting out with just a white t-shirt and a haircut to coming in, tipping $20 extra to skip me in front of people, like stuff like that. And they're like, man, you really doing this? I mean, I've been, you really on the right path. I'm like, yeah, I don't have time to waste no more. I wasted too many years of my life. And that right there got me so many clients coming through their shop. I know they got people coming through there. And it was every time I go, yeah, God, I heard you do credit. When I'm not in the shop, they talking about it. So it just brought, and I'm, like you said, it's gonna build that buzz. And like you say, once you, like you said, the ones you're ready to run the play on that, adding those accounts, start adding and show it off. Post it on Facebook. I promise you, you'll be surprised. See, I used to judge books by their cover. You'll be surprised of the type of people that are gonna hit you up.
Yep.
That are going to be humble enough, because some people are going to hate on you. Some people, it's going to be the people close to you, they're going to hate on you. Straight up. But there's going to be people that's not close to you or that you don't think you're close with is going to be watching. And those people are going to hit you up like, man, I see your score went up 40 points. How do I do that? You can bring them to credit repair. If you don't want to fix credit after we go to credit repair, you can send them to me. I pay an affiliate fee for that too, you know, and we can run it like that. But you can, if not, you can fix their credit. You can send them the links to build their credit up. You can get paid off of that. So that way, you know, hey, look, just order your credit report from here. Because I'm going to show you how to read the credit report and everything. Order your credit report from here. Bam, you send them the ID Club link. Once you send them that ID Club link, you automatically know for sure. If they think credit is important, you got $15 a month coming from every person that orders their credit report. In a year's time, if you've got 100 people that's doing that, you just took yourself to $1,500 a month coming in just on telling people, here, order your credit report. Now, how you get your credit up like that? First off, order your credit report. Let me check it out. I'm gonna tell you what you might need to add. Once you research the report, you know, hey, I see you already got self on there. Look, add this credit strong, add this credit REM reporters. You don't got nobody to help you with the address? I got you. Just hit me up. You ain't built up your network yet. I suggest we'll build a network up with homeowners to do that. But if not, at first I didn't see how to build a network up. Eventually, I built my network up. But you do that. If not, hit me up. I got you. I'll show you how to, you know, I'll get the renter the verifications form, and we'll just gap down the money what we're charging for that. You can make money with me all day. That's the one best thing about me building this mentorship is that it's a mentorship, but I'm building a network of people that we can make money together. So you can send them, we can do it like that. Like, but once you do that, you send them that, you make money off of that, and then from there, you get yourself in a position. You run the play. They see that. Man, how you do that? Let's go. Once you make that first finder's fee, I promise you're gonna be hooked. Once you get your first person 30,000 and you get that check cut for 3 bands, you're gonna be like I do this all the time. So it's like now I'll be like, man, yeah, that was cool. I needed that little old blast, you know. But That's how we run it. Anybody else got any questions?
Hey, one question real quick, man. Just sorry. Hey, the cards, when you keep saying, yeah, get you these cards for 5,000, where you finding these at? Like, where are you looking for 'em? And I'm asking because I went through that Faith and Finance, and this month they released that money to me, but I need it for a house or a vehicle or something. So it's like 14,000. So
Okay,
I'm
so
looking to get at least 2 cars with that if I can.
so this is what you do. I got a few connections. I give you my personal connections for sure. So one of my guys is a car broker. It's best to not to. It's somebody's in the way. It's best not to. It's best to go to him for finance. So if you wanted to get finance for cars, if you wanted nicer cars, then you would just take that and just pay. Say, hey, look, I want to pay no more than $1,500 down on every car. Depending on what your credit is, you get zero. I normally go for zero, but you can say I don't want to pay no more than $1,500 down per car. Show me cars that are no more than $30,000 because I don't have any car history. So don't show me no cars that are more than $30,000. Show me 5 cars that got less than 50,000, got anywhere from 50 to 60,000 miles or less on. And then I want this car. Because when we go to the tour, when we go through the Turo thing, I'm gonna explain to you the difference between economy cars, luxury cars, and super cars, and the different money that they make, and the different time that it takes to run those businesses, depending on what kind of cars you get. But then you'll be able to say, okay, you'll send him the money. Oh, you don't send him the money to actually get the cars, but he's gonna literally send you car. He's gonna run it. He's gonna get you 5, 6 approvals before you have to step a foot in the car lot. Those cars will be dropped off to wherever you stay at if you want to have. They will be dropped off to your front doorstep. Okay, that's one strategy. The next strategy is I got another guy. I've been dealing with him. He owns a paint and body shop and stuff like that. He also gets me when I'm trying to deal with cash cars. And I really was literally about to get a Bentley not too long ago. I didn't even post it on social media or nothing. But he was like, man, you gonna pay that much for that Bentley? Look, man, I can get you a newer model for this right here cash. But he's always had that plug my whole life. But I take all my cars, my repairs and everything to him. We built a relationship. So if you want a cash car, then literally I can connect you with him. He can sit you down. He can show you how much you want to spend on cash cars. Hey, I'm trying to get this amount of cars and I got this much money to spend. He'll literally show you a list of cars and bring them in for you. And you'll know like good cars, not just nothing that you're gonna get and just run through it. But Facebook Marketplace, cars.com, go to these websites, type in the amount of money you want to spend, look at the cars, Hyundai Sonatas, Altima, stuff like that, Kias. These type of cars, you literally can get, sell, and you can get them for around that price range. Good cars that you can make money off of. Now, this is another key thing to that. Social media is free marketing. I've literally spent the time to build up my social media platform so that I'm able to market stuff a different way. Turo's gonna get your cars booked. On the private side, when you do private rentals and stuff like that, I'm able to build that up, and that keeps my cars booked even more because I can show my cars to me. I can market, hey, I got cars from it. I got personal people coming up to me to book cars and stuff like that. But I would suggest that even when they release it to you, I would still hold off and let us get to this Turo course first, because that's important that you understand everything about the car game, the rental car business, unless you're gonna just broker on with me. But I mean, I'm giving y'all this game so y'all can fish yourself, and I ain't got to teach y'all how to. I ain't got to give y'all.
Yeah. We'll wait. Appreciate you, man. Yeah.
Because some people, like I ain't gonna even mention names, but I got people that's even in our PvP and stuff right now that, they went and got cars and it's just so much to run the car business on top of their other companies that they're running. They just drop the cars off of me and I get 20% just to put their cars on my platform and keep their cars rented out. So that's a whole nother way to make money off of the rental car business. But that's if you don't have time, but if you understand, I break down everything to you, you figure out what strategy you want to go with, then you'll know, hey, if you want to say, hey, look, Corey, you just get the cars and you rent them out. I just rather you send me a check every month, but that's just up to you. But yeah, we'll go over that, and then when we get to that part, I'll send you the direct. Like I said, I'm gonna send you the direct plug, the direct contact information. They're gonna already know who you are. Anybody else with any more questions? Well, okay. Well, that definitely covers our call for tonight, everybody. I appreciate y'all time, dedication, because it takes a lot for a person to take from the busy schedules and life that we got out here right now to finally to just like, hey, look, let me sit down and let me build, let me learn, because we get caught up in life's daily agenda so much that we don't have time to focus on that self, you know, that a certain part of self which is education and studies in the mind. So I appreciate y'all time for that, man. And like I say, this here is not just a mentorship, man. This is a family that I'm trying to build, man, that we continue to grow, build, make some money together, and enjoy the fruits of our labor and what we deserve for our work. But other than that, y'all have a good night. If anybody do need to get on a private call with me or anything like that, send me a text or send me a message and we'll send a link out and I'll send a link out and we can schedule something, we can jump on something and get it together.
All right.
Already, man.
Other than that, man, y'all have a good night. I hope some of this information was gems to y'all that y'all can go out here and execute, make it happen. Y'all have a good one.
All right.
You
man,
too,
appreciate
bro.
it. All right, you too. Appreciate it.